Well, hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. Super glad that you're here. We've got a lot going on right now. We're in the midst of cooking supper. We're just having pizza tonight, so nothing crazy, but as it bakes, I'm getting started on a little project that I've really been looking forward to, and it's kind of spur of the moment that I'm doing it, but not really. Like, I've been planning it for a few days. But I found some wallpaper at the thrift store quite a while ago and didn't know what it would be used for. And then on another thrifting adventure about a month or so ago, I found another set of wallpaper. So then I kind of had two to choose from. So I'm really excited to go ahead and put one of those to use. I guess I could tell you what I'm actually doing in this video. I'm going to be giving my entry wall a little makeover. So very much looking forward to this, but hoping to spend like less than $25, maybe even less than that. We'll see kind of how it all comes out, but just gonna go ahead and start taking down what's currently there as dinner's cooking. So I just want to take you along for all that's in store, and I'll talk to you more as we go. So I think it would be really wonderful to have an official mudroom or entryway foyer area that wasn't simply walking into the living room when you enter the house. But every place that we've ever lived, this is how it's been, and so it's by no means something that we aren't accustomed to. I also think it might be just more to clean, and honestly something harder to clean, because it would be specifically for, like, a mudroom would be specifically for capturing mud. And so, you know, I think maybe we're a little bit more cautious and mindful coming into a living room with carpet and things of that nature, and it doesn't get nearly as dirty as it might if it was specifically for that purpose. We would feel a little bit more comfortable thinking, oh, well, it's okay if I sling mud in here. You know what I mean? So I'll tell you all of that to say that we are basically just sticking to the same, like, functional style here that we used in our previous house. This one's just a little bit more elevated because I'm making it a little bit more pretty, you know, like putting wallpaper and pictures and some molding, those kinds of things. But overall, when it comes down to the point of it, there are going to be just a few pegs that are sturdy and people can hang their stuff on when they come in our front door. This is not really intended, in my mind, to be used for our belongings, because like Nicholas and I can have plenty of like pegs and closet and stuff like that in our room where we can hang our stuff.
You filming this?
Yeah. You gotta get those muscles. Look at that. And then the girls, for their backpacks and sweaters and things of that nature, I really want to create a common area in our hallway where they can hang those things. So those will kind of be tucked out of the way, and our everyday clutter will be hidden a bit more but still organized and easily accessible, while this will mostly be for guests and people who come into our home to have a place to put their items. Okay, so I'm just going to time-lapse this and give you a little bit of a spoiler alert, because I ended up not using this method. I don't know if it was just me or if it doesn't work in general, but I ended up going a different route. So just wanted to include this, but not make you sit through it. All right, so day 2 of this project. So it's nap time, quiet time right now for my girls, and I'm about to go ahead and take a break to eat some lunch. I may do one run of the wallpaper, but I'm probably not going to get too carried away. I've started reading the Harry Potter series, and I've made it through the first chapter of book 1. So I'm hoping to be able to sit down and read another chapter or so during nap time. All right, so the idea here is that you use painter's tape or frog tape. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just did, like, you know, non-measured, non-straight grid lines. And then you go back and in various places attach double-sided Gorilla Tape, and then you put the wallpaper on that. So the idea is that it's very renter friendly. It can be removed easily without any damage done to the walls, and I just thought that I could make it work, but the more that I looked at it, was not confident in the outcome. Okay, so we are having all kinds of difficulties right now. My camera that I recently got not all that long ago is saying that it has shutter failure or something like that. I don't know. I'm just a hobby camera person, so I don't know all the details. So I had gotten one refurbished off of Amazon, which, you know, you never really know what you're getting. And I had been having some difficulties with the battery, but I thought it was just the battery, and now I'm getting an error message, and when I look it up, it says it's gonna have to be sent back and repaired by Canon, and I just don't know that it's worth all that right now. So I am very sorry if it seems this quality is poor. Sometimes I've watched other YouTube channels where, like, for whatever reason, they have to record on their phone, and they have both phone footage and camera footage in the same video side by side, and I can't even tell a difference. So hopefully that's the case with you, unless you're like a super big camera person, and if that's the case, I deeply apologize for the quality of this. For me, it's just much more convenient to be able to have it all on a memory card and not have to take up storage on my phone, and then have to, like, you know, just the uploading process is way easier with a camera and memory card. But I have a friend, she's up from her nap now. Say hey. Hi. Hi. Okay, so that's problem number one, was the camera. Problem number two is I have not got enough wallpaper, which I thought might be the case, but I was being overly optimistic and said, oh, I'll just give it a shot anyways. But when you get thrifted wallpaper and it's already open, that's just kind of how it goes sometimes. So I'm trying to figure out how to rework this. The good news is if it does what it says it's supposed to do, and it is really renter friendly and can be removed without damaging anything, then I'm thinking I might just take off the top portion of the wallpaper, and which I haven't even shown you what it looks like. So let me do that first. This is where we've gotten to, and I really love it. I wasn't able to pull it super tightly through here. You can see a little bend, which bothers me, but in the grand scheme, since it is, you know, removable and redoable, I guess you could say. And I'll show you an up close print of it. How pretty is that? I just love it so much. It's so vintage. You can see a little bend there as well, a couple other little spots. I feel like a meteorologist right now, but I really do love it. So I'm just thinking if I can cut it down to like here maybe, and just go straight across, it'll just be more of like an accent wall. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I don't really know if I want to try and get into it right now or wait until Nicholas is home. What do you think? Should I do it now or wait?
That.
Yeah, I know you want that. Should I fix the wallpaper now or should I wait?
That.
I should do it now?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess we're going to try to do it now, and who knows? Hopefully we don't blow the whole thing up. This could go south very quickly, but we'll see. So change of plans. We are going traditional wallpaper and paste because I just couldn't pull it tight enough with the other method. I can say it did not damage the walls by pulling it off as it was attached that way. So if you're a renter, definitely try that out. Maybe you can do it better than I did, but I just thought, you know what? We're just gonna go for it. My granny was like, why do you want to do wallpaper? It's so old school. And I said, Granny, I am old school. So I'm just gonna own it and lean into it. And I went ahead and did one of the strips, as you can see, just to make sure that I kind of knew what I was doing before I tried to involve a camera and do more filming for something that may not work out. So just gonna finish that up hopefully tonight, but you know, we're again in the midst of cooking supper and bedtime routines and all those things, so it's just kind of as we are able. This is really the first house project that we have attempted since having 2 toddlers running around. Our last home project, I think, was probably like other than hanging curtains and things of that nature, was the kitchen wall that you could kind of see behind me in that last clip. We added some board and batten, and I hand drew the wallpaper above the board and batten pieces. So that was the last thing, but it was probably a year or more ago and we worked on most of that when Annie was sleeping because she was still so young that she slept more. Rosie was, younger, but she was kind of around, but we had a little bit more freedom. I had someone the other day that said, I was telling them that we were wallpapering the night before and I was trying to figure that out. And they were like, I just don't know how you do that with small children. Like, I can't even mop my floors with little kids running around. And honestly, it's probably part of the reason why there are imperfections, but I do not blame them in any way. Like, to me, it's just that makes it that much more special because I know that we were doing these things all together, and I love that the girls see, that we are making efforts to invest in our home and to make it more of what we like and of what we find cozy. And I just think that that's part of being a homemaker, and especially having little girls, I guess, part of passing that down, something that I very much enjoy. It's also been quite a while since Nicholas and I have gotten to work on a project together. While we did have the aid of our 2 toddlers, which is new and unusual to us in terms of home projects, we used to do more of this. Like, all of our houses, we've just really enjoyed doing these kinds of things. Nicholas is the handyman. I call him my contractor, my carpenter, my electrician. He's everything that I need in life. No, Jesus is everything that I need. But Nicholas is absolutely wonderful, and he's just so good at always taking the visions that I have in mind and bringing them to life, and bringing them to life with precision. I am one that just wants it done and wants it done quickly, and he is one that makes sure that we do it the right way and we get it done correctly. And so I really appreciate that about him. He also has great vision himself. We don't always agree on things, and our styles are somewhat different, but they also can coincide, and I love the challenge of that. It's just a lot of fun getting to do projects with him, and I'm hopeful that we'll get to do more. And that in that, our daughters will also see us working together in that way. Like, they see us working together as a family unit, but it may not be quite as tangible or evident in the everyday small things. So while those are super important, it's fun to be able to do special projects like this where we just get to knock things out together and to kind of work around each other in this way. You stink?
Yeah.
Okay, good to know. I'll change it in just a second. Your slippers are right there. Do you want to get those? I'll get those shoes. I'll have them. Well, this is super exciting. I was so afraid that it would not come together in any type of decent way or anything like I had envisioned, but I think it went really well. My girls are playing in the bathtub. I will say that I love the overall style and aesthetic of how it turned out. I do not love, and I'm not like completely proud of, the execution of it or the precision of it. Mostly just the wallpaper. Like, in my opinion, I feel like the molding and trim piece really saved me. Like, it just, in my mind, like what I see, it took it next level, and I think it's still fine. But anybody who knows a great deal about wallpaper could walk in and see all the imperfections. I know this from experience because that's what my granny did. but it's all right. From a distance, you really can't tell. It's just if you get up close and you're really looking at it. So I really think it'll be fine, and I really love how it has contributed to just the overall style of our home. As we've been doing this, I've just been thinking of how much the phrase colonial cottage keeps ringing in my mind. And we live in a brick ranch, so we don't live in like a colonial style home by any means, but that's, I guess, kind of the look that I'm attracted to, and that's what I'm going for. So I really love it. I'm so excited that I got to use my thrift store wallpaper, and I believe in total it came out to be somewhere around like $80, but 10 or so of that was from stuff that ended up not being used or not working, and the molding piece was actually an 8-foot piece trimmed down to almost 5. So should we ever have a project that is just shy of 3 feet that needs that, we have it. I'm really excited about it. It also required getting some white paint to match our walls, which the name of that paint, if anyone is curious, nobody's ever asked me what color our walls are, but if anybody's wondering, it's pure white, and I don't know if they've changed the name or if that's just like the Pinterest name for it, but it says on the can ultra white. So if anybody's looking, it's basically just like a flat white that we used on our ceilings and all of our walls and trim. I said I just wanted a blank slate when we moved in here, and then we could get creative over time, and that's exactly what we're doing. So it's very exciting. If I had not done wallpaper, this would have been a very short video, like a 3-minute video probably, because once it got to the point of styling it and just putting things like pictures and the pegs and such on the wall, I knew what I wanted it to be. It just was getting to that point. And many times throughout this, I thought this was supposed to be like a 2-hour project, and here we are going 4 or 5 days on it. And it's really not even that drastic of a transformation, you know? So part of me was getting frustrated, but at the same time, I am very pleased with how it turned out. I love it so much, and I think it will serve us well. Like I said, I do hope to, in the next couple of months, maybe, I don't foresee it happening this month, but in the next couple of months, set up a similar system in our hallway, which is right back here through that door, for like the girls' backpacks and jackets and sweaters and those kinds of things, to keep them tucked out of the way. That way this keeps looking clean, and it's, you know, like inviting for people who come through our door. They're, you know, they don't think, oh, well, those are already occupied, I can't put my stuff anywhere. So hopefully those will stay just for them. But I loved this project. I love the outcome. I am thrilled to have gotten to experience wallpaper on a small scale. Don't know exactly when I'll use it again. It'll probably be a minute, but I really do love just the vintage look that it gives, and it's just cozy to me. And I also loved getting to do this project with Nicholas, as I've mentioned already. So I hope that you enjoyed watching it. I hope that you're having a great day wherever you're at. I hope that we have many more little house projects such as this to come, that we can just continue adding our thumbprint onto this house. So thank you so much for being here, and I'll catch you next time. Bye, guys.